What's up, guys? Got a game against NeoArin. I actually took this at the stream, which ended not even an hour ago. This may or may not be uploaded before work. If not, after work or tomorrow, whatever ends up happening there, we'll see what happens. Anyways, I kind of decided I want to bring a Sun team, and I want to use Raikou because Weather Ball. I want to use Cherrim because Cherrim. I want to use a couple of other things that just all benefit from the Sun in just different ways. And then I was like, why the fuck not Golbat? Golbat is cool at times, and I was like, okay. And then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring some standard stuff too, which is, you know, just by definition of the poke, standard, but you know, they've got some different sets. They're kind of a little bit off standard, but they kind of work out for him. That tends to be how he plays, so I don't really know what to expect all the time from him, but for the most part, hey, it's fun times for everybody. So I lead off with Ninetales just to get the weather up. I noticed right off the bat that he doesn't have any real big weather potential going on in his team. So I figure I'm just going to leave this thing in, try to get some damage off on it before it sets up too many DDs, if that's what it is planning on doing. You know, as long as it's not like a bulky rest talking variant or anything like that. I figure I decided I'll go for a Solar Beam, and then I'll just go for a Flamethrower afterwards. I was kind of questioning in my mind which one was going to do a little bit more. And then I thought about it, and I was like, Solar Beam's probably going to do a little bit more, even with the, I'm pretty sure Solar Beam does a little bit more. But, as you can see, he decides to get a Dragon Dance up, and he's just going to go ahead and outspeed me on this turn, kill me off with Earthquake. I don't really care too much that I lost out on the Ninetales. I have things that can handle Gyarados, and as long as the weather stays up, I don't mind losing it at all. So, that thing's down, he gets a little bit of Moxie up. A little bit concerned, but not really too much, just because I do have the Golbat, so I'm like, alright, he's got Dragon Dance, he's got Waterfall, he's got Earthquake. I wasn't sure whether or not his fourth move was going to be Ice Fang or Stone Edge or Taunt. I was kind of banking on it maybe being Taunt, I don't know. But I figured I would just go for a Curse just to see what he was going to do, what that fourth move was going to be, and then it turns out he ends up going for it. Right here, I'm pretty sure this was a misclick. And this cost him, well, it didn't really cost him anything, but, you know, it gave him a lot of trouble because Waterfall is not only just neutral, it's actually cut in half because of the Sun being out. Ice Fang was super effective. I guess he was maybe just trying to check and see if, like, Stab would be better, but no, because Water's cut. In the Sun, this is actually working out pretty good for me. I kind of just brought this thing just to take on fighting threats. One thing I kind of had in my mind was maybe like a Choice Terrakion locked in on close combat, bring that thing in, start setting up, and then you're good to go. But I've got a couple of curses set up. I believe maybe just the one curse, but I get a Toxic off, and then I'm going to get a Roost, because that's what this Golbat does. It's got Curse, Toxic, Roost, and Brave Bird, I believe. Brave Bird is kind of counterproductive in trying to keep your HP around, you know, stall them out. But, you know, it's attacks that really isn't anything to write home about, so I can imagine why the recoil, I guess, is... I don't know. I just decided that that was an okay thing to do. But I'm going to go ahead and Roost because I thought he was going to keep going for it, but he ends up switching out to Lucario right now. And I'm a little bit concerned because I was like, why did he bring this in if it was physical? And it's not physical, it's special. So decided to go for a Brave Bird now. I believe this is after my first or my second curse. Maybe got a second one on. And it does a pretty good amount, you know, just for not having any offensive investment. And it turns out he just goes for the Flash Cannon. I was scared of Psychic, truthfully. Just because I do know that Lucario does have access to Psychic. I used to run it on a 4th gen one, back when I would run into Weezings a lot, a little bit more than normal for some reason, but that was a main reason to have him on there. And yeah, I didn't take a Psychic, but I took a Flash Cannon, and that kind of sucks. But I'm still at a decent amount of HP, I guess. No, I went for the Curse right here, and I'm not really at a decent amount. What? I guess I'm just banking on taking an Ice Shard, but I go for the Curse expecting him to go for an Earthquake, predicting my Roost because I'd be faster than him, but I curse to get my speed lower than his, and it turns out that he goes for the Stone Edge again on both times. Now, he misses the second one, which is crucial because that means I'm going to be able to get back up to full HP. And now that I'm slower than him, it does mean that I will be taking Stone Edges from him, but it does mean that I'm going to be able to Roost safely without taking a Stab Earthquake, which is that was my main concern, because I knew there was going to be a certain threshold where Golbat would be faster than Donphan, even, you know, after just like 1 curse, 2 curses, something like that. And I had to get below the threshold thanks to the curse speed drops, because that makes it so you can Roost safely. But as you can see, he does end up getting a a crit on the Stone Edge, and that scared the shit out of me because I saw the HP dropping and I was like, I did not set up all this way just to get completely fucking critted right now. But that crit goes to the stat boost and all that, but when it doesn't crit, it does like 70 damage, and I'm just able to get back up to half. This thing's just kind of toxic stalling right here, you know. I don't really care if this thing dies. I didn't expect this thing to muscle through the entire team, truthfully. But it's pulling its weight. It's doing a pretty good job. It hasn't disappointed me once when I've used it properly. But in comes this fucking Victini. Now, I used to have a Victini that was shiny and did have that name, so I was like, this is probably a special one. Maybe he's trying to bluff it. I don't know. But I'm going to stay in and I'm going to see what happens. And the motherfucker has Final Gambit. And I'm just face palming right now. Just because if you do run a decent amount of HP on Victini and you do have Final Gambit, when you do use it at full HP, it does the amount of damage equivalent to your HP without any resistance. So Victini, like the other cute 100 legendaries, you know, based at 100 and everything, they reach 404. So if that's what he was doing, I'm assuming that's what he was doing, then he definitely had enough to kill me off in Final Gambit. And that's the end of that. So I'm like, all right, let's bring in another star of the show. Second star of the show being Chairman. I'm like, nope, 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 not gonna happen. Because Manectrics carry Flamethrower and Overheat, and I really do not want to take any of those. So I'm gonna go into my Darmanitan and hope that he doesn't have Overheat. He does have Overheat, which is actually gonna hurt a fuck ton. I was kind of scared that it would end up killing me, but you know, because the Sun Boost and everything, but it's not Stab, so it doesn't end up killing me, and that's pretty cool. Now, I don't really know what happened with this lapse in judgment here, but I don't, in my opinion, don't think that he really should have foddered that off here, because it was pretty obvious that the amount of Flare Blitz recoil I would be taking would not kill it off unless he was predicting Earthquake. That's probably what I think he was predicting right there, thinking about it, but whatever the case, it just ended up working out for me. And I'm Scarf Jolly, by the way, so that's going to end up outspeeding this guy. I don't know if he's Scarf Modest or if he's Scarfed at all, but I'm faster, and I take him out with Flare Blitz, take myself out in the process, you know, leave a small dent in his team, and that kind of works out. So Golbat and Darmanitan kind of did good. So I decide, now that Manectric's gone, let's bring in Cherim and see what I can do. I'm hoping, because it's a Mew, you know, these things are predominantly special, and every now and then you see a physical one, like this one, you know, Swords Dance, Drain Punch, Zen Headbutt, Sucker Punch, I think is a popular set on these guys. But I'm going to go for Solar Beam, and I'm really disappointed to see the amount of damage it does. This is probably why Cherim is so low in the listings. I think it's PU as a matter of fact, but it does a lot, and then it turns out that that's a crit, so it probably wouldn't have even done half. But I get a good amount of damage off, and I'm like, all right, I'm at a good amount of HP. Hopefully I can take a Zen Headbutt, and I can kill him off with a Solar Beam. So I did get a crit, which I am going to try to take advantage of, but, you know, justice is instant, and the karma just comes right back around on me, and he gets a flinch, and he takes me out. So he's not exactly at the amount of HP he'd probably prefer to be at, but he stopped my Cherim from doing anything this game. And I'm upset, but I do have another game where Cherim does something, and I'm contemplating whether or not to upload that here or on a different channel. I don't know. But I do bring in my Sawsbuck right now, and Sawsbuck does get Chlorophyll, so, you know, you kind of get that sun benefit. And it's cool, because I get to take him out with the Horn Leech. Now, the next couple of turns are very interesting in that he does, all he has left is Dawn Fan. So I know he has, he's got Stealth Rock, he's got Earthquake, he's got Stone Edge. I don't know if he has Ice Shard or not, but I'm going to go for a Horn Leech just to get some solid damage off. And it turns out I didn't see leftovers because he has Red Card. And he Red Cards me into my only other thing, which is Raikou. Now, it gets better, because I think he actually predicted this happening, because he knew I couldn't kill him off with Horn Leech in one hit, and he Red Card fucking Earthquakes me. And I'm just sitting there like, that was like the best goddamn play of all time. That was amazing. That was amazing. If I had a hat, it would be off to you, sir, because that was definitely the play of the day. But it's just going to be 1 versus 1 at this point, and, you know, the amount of damage that Horn Leech did last time with a little bit of toxic damage is definitely going to mean that that's the game for me. I found it to be a really interesting game overall. We were relatively evenly matched up. If you want to look at the team preview again, in terms of, I mean, I did have weather, but I had pokes that were basically lower tier that benefit from it, and then he just had, for the most part, I guess, like a cluster of like OU and UU kind of stuff. I don't know. It was cool. So, anyways, if you guys liked it, you're welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And that will do it for me for today. I don't know if I'm gonna get the time to upload this. I'm narrating on Thursday. If not today, then tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens from there. So, see you guys later.